the president used taxpayer dollars to ask the Ukrainians to help him cheat an election.
Oh God, what's that awful smell? Oh, something reeks of anti-fascism, of course. Oh, what? You thought you sniffed a fart? Psh, someone's nose needs to be re-educated. You're watching Woke of the Week with MRC-TV and Culture. I'm your host, Justine Brooke Murray. The old saying used to be, if you smelt it, you dealt it. But now if you smelt it and you didn't enjoy it, you're a bigot. That's right, our smug academic types love the smell of their own self-importance so much they demand the rest of us get a whiff.
So much better here with intellectuals, isn't it, boys?
For nearly 10,000 pounds a year, almost $13,000, you too can decolonize your nose and become a PhD-toting Cambridge intellectual like this 20-something-year-old who earned her piece of toilet paper with a thesis on olfactory oppression. Smell is just a social construct. Moving 2 seats away from the barefoot crackhead on the New York subway out of fear of being splashed with his reeking BO is akin to the white man forcing Rosa Parks out of her bus seat. What do you mean you don't like the stink, you racist, classist, misogynist? If you dare walk past a bum taking a splatter after eating leftover Indian food from a dumpster and smell anything other than sweet roses, you're contributing to harmful stereotypes. To prove everyone else is the racist and not the author, this very educational thesis makes an example out of an entire racial demographic, generalizing them as victims of nose discrimination. Smells like poo-jection, but it doesn't end there. Blaming the dog this holiday season for stinking up the living room after Christmas dinner makes you, well, speciesist. Wait, aren't AOC and the climate alarmists raging bigots for blaming cow farts for climate change?
We need to innovate on our technology. You know, obviously, like I had a staffer, release a document that talked about cow flatulence, but
which is an issue, I just want to say.
She wants to restrict the rights of barn animals to rip freely, bigot. Hey, light a match, Sandy. The smelly professor thinks we shouldn't even be allowed to decide what goes into our nose. Wait, so what will Sleepy Joe do for a hobby when he leaves office? Exhale on children's hair?
Don't tell mommy what I told you.
These celibate women, or as the New York Times calls, non-transgender women, are using smell as a form of resistance to the evil white man by doing the potty dance in public and squatting down like they're about to crap all over civilization.
It looks like you have menstrual cramps.
But if you're one of those average people who smell nothing but BS from the fancily dressed piece of toilet paper that now passes as a thesis, you're just an unenlightened oaf. Only experts like our prestigious PhD holders with degrees in DEI dysentery are educated and open-minded enough to understand the academic work bestowed upon you. You don't deserve a whiff of their greatness.
It wasn't something to be liked, it was something to be understood from an academic perspective.
Well, then,
obviously you're not an academic.
No, and you're not a very good singer.
The woke could not encapsulate their movement in a better thesis. It's a perfect metaphor for a movement full of like rewriting reality to affirm those who reject it.
So now we are seeing kids that are identifying as animals going to school, and they are purring instead of answering questions, and they meow, and the teachers are not allowed to question it because it's considered a queer identity.
Or rewriting the rule of law to jail their political opponents and protect society's criminals. Then lying that nobody is above the law. It's a movement that redefines decorum, civility, and respect, the very foundations of society, as the oppressive ills holding society back. Raising children to behave like human beings in public and expecting them to partake in polite society rather than destroy it offends those who never grew up. Giving this spoiled brat a good old whack of discipline is inconsiderate towards those who will make up mental illnesses and past traumas to loot and maim whenever they don't get what they want. Better to just let this barbarian go about its woke activist training, or whatever these specimen are.
You guys! Stop it!
Like the spoiled brat or the stench of a deadly body odor, the goal of the woke is to rot everything in its path, right down to the very air we breathe. And for too long, we've let the wild barbarians, disguised in turtlenecks and doctoral gowns, lead the charge. That wraps today's episode. If you can handle the stench, make sure you tune into my show every week where I bring you the left's most insane moments and expose their latest attempts to weaken the West. Then hit the like on YouTube, plus on Rumble, follow us on social media, comment below what you think, and don't cave to the leftist media agenda. If you like the work we do here at MRC, please consider donating at mrc.org/donate. It's the best way to help our movement. Thanks for joining us.